Hey, how's it going? So today I'm going to showcase a lot of Americans going through something very pertinent here. 42 million Americans are at risk of losing their food stamps, and a lot of these Americans are able-bodied. And here we're going to see how these people are affected, and even other assistance like Section 8 and things like that, and the whole entire controversial narrative with the dichotomy between, do these people deserve assistance, are able-bodied with kids, or do they not? Let's keep on tuned and stay safe.
Me and my kids have been 5 days without food. 5 days ago, my food stamps were taken from me.
Hey y'all, what y'all doing? People losing their damn mind because come November 1st, food stamps will not be on their damn cards. And even some of them talking about stealing.
I'm gonna tell y'all straight up like this. I just got that text that the link is definitely cut the off for November. Y'all better stay the fuck out of my way in these stores. I'm walking out with carts and I'm not paying for shit.
First of all, you're on the internet talking about you're about to go steal on November 1st because your food stamps is not coming on a card. Don't you know the FBI, the CIA, and the police is looking at all y'all talking about going to steal? Don't y'all know that? You're not the brightest candle in the candle holder, huh? Second of all, if you can get your ass up to go steal, you can get your ass up to go get a job. I'm just saying. And I don't mind about disabled people and people that really can't work like old people. I understand if they need a little assistance. But if you're able-bodied and you young and you having 50,000 kids, girl, please, go get a job. It's over. No more food stamps for you tonight. It is over. Donald Trump ain't changing his mind. What in your right mind think that you could sit up and have 55 million babies and think that I'm gonna have to pay for the rest of my damn life? Bitch, please. See, the problem is the Democrats got y'all thinking that y'all could stay on food stamps and the Section 8 and the government assistance forever. That's how they get y'all votes. I'm here to tell you, no. Moral of the story is, take your ass out there if you want to. When you come out of that grocery store with that basket, you're going to find somebody waiting on your ass. I'm just saying. Girl, welcome to the working force, okay? You talking about you need food for your kids? Get a job at McDonald's. Kids love Happy Meals. You can get all the free fries you want.
Bitch, I'm going to say this and I'm going to get up out of here. I got to get up early in the morning, but I just had to come by and say this. So I see that food stamps on all social media platforms is all over the place. And I seen a lot of fucking videos where a lot of women saying, that's what the fuck you get. Get up and get a job. Find your baby daddy. We tried to tell you, and y'all did ass the fuck wrong. It's a lot of motherfucking women and men out here that work hard every motherfucking day to take care of their family, but what they getting ain't enough. Because, and let me tell you why it ain't enough. Bitch, if the government say it ain't enough, it ain't a motherfucking enough times 10 for them to even be getting them. Everybody who get food stamps ain't laying on their ass every motherfucking day waiting on a motherfucking handout, bitch. Bitches. Some people really is working their ass off and it ain't enough. Like me, for motherfucking instance, bitch, I wish they would give me some motherfucking stamps. And I'm a truck driver, a decorator, a TikToker, and a hairstylist, and everything else that I can motherfucking be when it comes to a goddamn dime. Do you hear me? And it still ain't a motherfucking enough. What I wouldn't do to get me some motherfucking food stamps. So if these people working a motherfucking job and the government is saying that, oh, you don't make enough, I'm going to give you some stamps to help you out, then that shit is bad time motherfucking 10. Everybody ain't sitting around waiting on a motherfucker to get them nothing. And for y'all to be goddamn thinking it's funny and shit, that shit ain't motherfucking funny. That shit ain't goddamn cool. But it be you want to be uppity ass bitches walking around her like y'all don't need no motherfucking assistance. Bitch, we all do. Let me tell you why. The more money you make, the more bills you got to pay, the more problems you motherfucking got. At the end of the day, I wouldn't give a fuck if you was an RN, bitch. You living in an RN house that ain't cheap. You driving an RN car that ain't motherfucking cheap. Your children probably go to an RN school that probably ain't cheap. Everything about your life change. No matter how much money you making, you gonna do equivalent to that in how you motherfucking live at the end of the motherfucking day. Y'all get on here, I always want to talk some shit about everything, and this folks' rights is fucked up behind it. I wish I can get me some. And everybody who is being affected by that shit, baby, and you get up and go to work every day to try to see about you and your 5 children like that bitch said, you should have stopped having children that baby number 2. But you had 5 so you knew what you were getting yourself in. Bitch, fuck you. Shut up. You don't know everybody's motherfucking story. Y'all hoes kill me. I can't stand some of y'all. I'ma say this. I'm sorry to everybody who being affected by this. If I could do anything to help you, I would. I need help my goddamn self. But I'm gonna give you my prayers, baby. I'm gonna give you my motherfucking prayers because I know how hard it is for me to walk in the store and have to get shit, groceries, and whatever else for my goddamn house. And I got 3-4 incomes in this motherfucker. So I'm sorry to y'all, but y'all hoes be doing too motherfucking much. And God gonna fix it. Because, see, Trump ain't motherfucking God. And when you believe he ain't bring you this for to leave you now, y'all got to know that it's going to be okay. We know how to survive. We, us, these people, we know how to survive. We'll be fine. Fuck they talking about.
So apparently there's this thing called No Stamp November, honey. Have you heard of this? Where the government has shut down. Apparently they are not going to give 41 million Americans their food stamps. You mean to tell me that 5 people are standing in the way of this government shutdown being over with? If 41 million people don't get their food stamps for the month of November, I'm just kind of curious. What do you actually think is going to happen here, government? I'm already predicting that there's going to be nothing but mad chaos. I'm talking about people are going to be looting stores. They're going to be going into the grocery stores, anywhere and everywhere they possibly can, stealing food just to be able to feed their families. What is this government shutdown for anyways? Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't been in the loop on it. Now, my sister has been telling me some stuff, but I'm just going to say this right now. I think it's the biggest crock of shit I've ever seen in my life. How many kids do you think are going to go hungry whenever their parents don't get their food stamps? Sometimes some of them families, the food stamps that they receive, that's the only money they have to eat on for the month. I guess I need to do a little bit more research because I don't know 100% as to why the government completely shut down. I mean, my sister did tell me a few things, but if you want to know, I've been just so busy with work and dealing with Josh's health that I haven't kept up with it really. But I do know one thing for sure. I cannot stand to see somebody go hungry, and to think of 41 million Americans going hungry in the month of November is just breaking my heart. So please, somebody leave in the comment section on why the government has shut down and what they plan to accomplish by it. And if it only takes 5 people to make this government shutdown go away, then why aren't you wanting to do that, people? Politicians, listen, the American people are sick and tired of you lining your pockets while we're out here working 60, 70, 80 hours a week and still not being able to afford our lives. We're not able to afford to feed our families. Just to afford some groceries, we have to sell a kidney. And heaven forbid you want to go buy your kids some school clothes or they need a new pair of shoes because, honey, you might as well sell your other kidney just to be able to do that. Sooner or later, it seems like we're going to be selling all of our body parts just to survive.
So I just opened my Facebook not too long ago, and all I'm seeing is emails, posts that apparently Oklahoma people are not going to receive their November food stamps. I was hoping it was a rumor, but looks like it's not. The news also posted it. So for the month of November, looks like there's no food stamps. I'm thinking about all the people that actually do need it. Those families that depend on the food stamps, like Thanksgiving month. The government still shut down. When are they going to open back up? Like, all these families are going to be in need of food stamps. I know there's going to be a lot of negative comments, but I mean, there's people that actually do depend on the food stamps. And I want to know, is there any other state that actually confirmed it? Is it all the states? I mean, what's going on? Make sure you comment and tell me, because this is so sad. Yeah, we don't know what's going to happen next or what they have in mind. So yeah, I'll read the comments. And one last thing, if you're not going to comment something nice, just keep it to yourself, honestly. I know there's going to be so many negative comments. Bye.
We are now 3 fucking weeks into this government shutdown, and although I am proud of the Democrats for holding the line, although fuck Chuck Schumer, because I do think the Republicans thought they were going to like totally cave within 3 days, and they haven't, and I am proud of them for that. We are about to face like a real situation come November 1st. That's going to be really, really bad for a lot of people. SNAP benefits are not going to be able to go out. That is food stamps. Okay, that is what a lot of Americans, over 10% of Americans, rely on to feed themselves and their families. They're estimating 42 million people will be affected by this come November 1st, will not be given the money in their bank accounts to feed themselves and their families if this government shutdown continues. And the problem is, We have already seen it time and time again, where the Republicans are putting out this narrative. They're putting it out in the airports. I saw it for myself when I was flying over the weekend. That Chreslie video where she's like blaming the Democrats literally in the airport. They're going to do that times 100 come November 1st, if this government shutdown is still going on, because they are going to want to make it seem like people aren't able to eat because of the Democrats. People aren't able to feed their families because of the Democrats. When in reality, the Democrats are holding the line because they think Americans deserve healthcare. They think every American deserves healthcare. They think people like me who pay for their own private healthcare, like $1,500 a month, shouldn't have their insurance premiums like literally fucking double next year because like we can't afford that. That's what they want. They want healthcare. Okay, they want the Obamacare to not go away. They want the ACA credits to not go away. That's all they're asking for. It has nothing to do with immigrants. But the Republicans are putting out this narrative that's incorrect. So again, the Democrats suck at messaging, but they need, and the people on TikTok and the young progressive voices need to get out there and get ahead of this narrative, because the Republicans are at fault for the SNAP benefits not going out November 1st. We need to make sure that that is known, because many people are going to not be able to feed their families in 2 weeks from now. And that is going to be a real fucking problem. So maybe, just maybe, the Republicans will get together and do a little tiny bit of negotiating like they're supposed to do in the fucking government, and they'll get a couple Democrats to vote with them, and this can all go away and move forward. But until then, yeah, come November 1st, things are going to get a lot worse for a lot of people.
A bank. No, can't do a bank. A grocery store. Convenience store. No, grocery store. Yeah. Okay, so the food stamp office wouldn't let me record, but when I tell you I was in there all day so that they can figure out what was going on, y'all, come to find out, the lady that gave me the information, I guess because there was some kind of language barrier, she gave me misinformation. I had to reapply because it was time for me to recertify. Like, it's been almost, the whole however long they gave me benefits initially. It's just time for me to recertify come next month. So that's why she said, you got to reply. It wasn't because I'm not working. I guess she assumed that because of all this talk about you got to work and this and that, but she didn't relay the correct information. So if you guys know, according to that bill, the work requirement is for people that have children 7 and older. I have a 1-year-old and I have a 6-year-old. So my benefits won't be affected by working. Now, did they initially put me in a job search program? Yes, they did, and I completed it. So with that being said, I'ma keep my food stamps. Y'all is the man. I'm so glad. But yeah, that's the update. Bye.
So everybody talks about Publix. Let's talk about Winn-Dixie prices. Red Dragon fruit. Come on, people. What is going on here? $5.99 for a honeydew melon. And then apples. Apples, $5, $6, $5, $6.49. Look at the prices of the oranges. I mean, we can't eat healthy. A whole watermelon is $7.99. A half of one is $5. Onions, come on, look at these prices, man. How can we eat healthy? A bag of potatoes, $6.99. And then we tried to find a fruit stand the other day and couldn't find one. But if you want to eat like crap, you can get these. Buy one, get one, and that's all it costs for these yummy treats. Or you can go this way. So we'll just be fat and fluffy. And these, that's a good price. But is it, Adele?
It's outrageous. What's your pills? Freaking, that's ridiculous.
And then we got the Reese's, of course, for $17.99. How you feeling about that?
Not good. Where's the pill?
She's back at it. We can eat blueberry muffins, and for only $1.19 is good.
That's not bad.
And you know, the holidays are coming.
You just have to add
I don't know how people are gonna look at that. $7.99 for olive oil, and it is only the small bottle. So, but you can go BOGO for $27.99 for olive oil. This is the store brand.
$10.
This is a sale 2 for $10. Look at the bacon price, $13.99 for Oscar Mayer. Center cut, $9.99. The store brand soup is $3.29. Remember when this used to be $1.29? It's for a bag of Tyson. It's $10, but you do have a BOGO.
Yeah.
Bubba's Burgers that everybody gets for the grilling is $17.99. What the hell is happening? This is the Smith this year for Thanksgiving. Price is $8.99. Did you know Duncan had cold foam? I did not know that. Even though they have this sticker, it's cheaper at Walmart because I use this all the time, so I'm gonna get it because I don't want to go to the other store.
They had fresh vanilla, but I like that
The
one.
zero sugar for $6.49. The big one. This is something new I've never seen, but I'll make my own, thank you, for way cheaper and get way more. Let's blow this popsicle stand.
Oh, and to the 1,000 and some people that unfollowed me this year, don't come back now. They done started cutting people on EBT, aka food stamps already. Remember how we thought it was a game and we thought it was well, I didn't. Remember how y'all thought it was a game and y'all thought it was a joke? Actually, it has already begun. It has begun. So when I was telling y'all to go ahead and start your garden, start your food forest, start your farms and all that using the EBT, y'all didn't want to listen to me. So to them 1,000 and some people that unfollowed me, I wish I knew who you were so I could block you. Because now you're going to really wish you stayed on my page. But I got some big news for everybody else that has been so supportive. I got some big news for y'all today. Like, seriously, I just got to do the finishing touches on everything and buckle down. But I'm excited. It's my time, y'all. It is my time to teach y'all. Y'all got no choice but to listen now.
Now, I'm so glad you young ladies are seeing now what's going on was really real with these food stamps. So many women are in an uproar about their food stamps and how they're going to feed their children because you have so many of them. And then you look at this TikTok app and you see how these men downrating y'all and talking about y'all, talking about if y'all hadn't had all these children and what do you expect? And not once have they came to y'all rescue and said something like this. Well, if you know, the baby dads need to stand up and help these women take care of their children. Nah, they ain't gonna talk. They ain't gonna speak up for you. They just gonna talk about y'all and how stupid y'all was for having kids by these men. They gonna tell y'all something like this. You should have picked the right men. You should have had better choices men. But I'm gonna tell you this. Now you learn to keep your legs closed. Stop letting these jokers sleep with you, impregnate you, and now you making videos because you can't afford to feed them. And guess what them jokers doing? Out there spreading somebody else's legs, doing the same thing, and making videos about you and how you should have made the right choices in men. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna tell you facts. Stop sleeping with these jokers now. And I'm glad the government doing what they doing. These men gonna be hurt because you women gonna see what's going on now when you don't get no help. You think you ain't get no help from the man, your baby daddies. Boy, look what's going on now because the government cutting everything out. And I just made a video. God dog it, they even cutting the Job Corps. stop sleeping with these men, and then they can't make no videos. They gonna start making videos about how hard it is with them working 2 jobs because they got to take care of family and their kids and step up to the plate. I want to see these videos when these men start talking about how hard they got to work when you women stop opening y'all legs. That's what I want to see.
I just came to give my 2 cents. Everybody out here talking about Trump cutting food stamps for the people that's not working. Get up off your ass and go get a job, blah, blah, blah. Them motherfuckers denied me and my wife with a job. They don't want nobody on that shit. Not the people with a job, not the people without a job. They don't want to give nobody shit. So it's not just bitches need to get off their ass and go get a job because they deny motherfuckers with a job. Shit, it's what? And we got 5 kids in our house and still got denied.
Did you know SNAP benefits could be used to buy restaurant food like Burger King, Popeyes, Wendy's, Taco Bell, and KFC? Well, there's a new SNAP program that you need to know about. If you're new here, my name is Crystal. I am a social worker and a caseworker. I have been working in the social service field for over 10 years. I have also been working at the SNAP Food Stamp Public Aid Office for over 6 years. I process food stamp applications every day, and this video is about the SNAP Restaurant Meals Program. The Restaurant Meals Program allows certain people who are receiving SNAP benefits to be able to purchase restaurant meals using their EBT card. Each state gets to choose whether or not if they participate in this program, and not all states offer it. Each restaurant also gets to decide whether they want to participate as well. Here are a list of some of the participating restaurants. And if you live in the Chicagoland area, here is the list of the participating restaurants. Pause to read. A participating restaurant gets to decide how many of their locations participate in this program. So that means participation can vary from location to location, even if it's the same restaurant. So that could mean a Subway on the East Coast may participate in this program, but Subways on the West Coast may not. Now, to be approved for this program, you do have to meet certain qualifications. To qualify, you have to be 60 years or older, homeless, disabled, or have a spouse that participates in this program. So, have you heard of the Restaurant Meals Program? Here's a list of the participating states and more of the participating restaurants, and I hope this helped.
You guys, I just came out of Publix. I borrowed my sister's food stamps. And guess what? I spent $300. No one told her to not be paying attention. Anyways, she was there cooking in my house, taking my food, okay? So I went ahead and I grabbed her food stamp card. Because guess what? Next month, with the whole government shutdown, we're not getting food stamp, guys. Okay? Just saying. So I have to take advantage. And I bought like $300 worth of like meat, chicken, you name it. Okay? So yeah, too bad, so sad. She's probably looking for me because she's been blowing up my phone. Like, where are you? I'm like, I'm gonna go shower. But that was like an hour ago. So she's probably like looking for me right now. So yes, I'm so excited. No one told her. Oh, and by the way, I didn't know her PIN number just because a few months ago I went with her shopping and I was like making sure I knew the PIN. So you know what? I grabbed that card, girl. Oh yeah. Okay, goodbye.
Get ready with me to prepare for having our food stamps cut. We still have not received our deposit for October, so it's been a month and a half since we've been able to grocery shop. So I've been utilizing food pantries. I meal prepped some teriyaki chicken with rice and Brussels sprouts. I got a lot of this stuff from the food pantry, but some of this is leftovers from the last SNAP deposit, banana muffins, popsicles, grapes. I got a bunch of potatoes to make stuff. I have beans soaking, and the food bank gave me turkey necks. I guess I will be boiling beans with turkey necks, but yeah. I usually meal prep every week, but I wanted to make some extra and a bunch of stuff to freeze because this, if you see somebody stealing, you didn't.
It's food stamp day. This is part 2. I just spent $92.50 at Aldi. Now we're at Walmart. We need meats and formula. Let's go. Oh, we needed 2, but there's only 2 left, and I never take the last one. Someone else needs that last one. Oh no, apple juice is 3 cents more here than it is at Aldi's. What will I do? This is so mom and dad stay hydrated. I'll pick that up. Pick up after yourself, Cassandra. Oh my gosh. My favorite way to weekly meal plan, 12 bucks for this giant thing of butt roast. I make at least 5 meals out of this one piece of meat. Pork loin is on sale too? Okay, we're gonna cut these into pork chops as well. Chicken was cheaper at Aldi's. I should have bought chicken at Aldi's. I'm going back later. Literally the only food my 4-year-old eats.
Mine is when I get close up.
I hate Nestle, but I will forever rave about this Nido. I love this, okay? I love this. Hate Nestle, love Nido. Beef bouillon, it's important, okay? And one of these lasts me like 2 months. Coffee. I almost forgot dinner tonight. I never wrote it on the list. This is a splurge item, but I want them. This baby's always in my way. Okay, pizza dough, and we are done. These are frozen. I love these. $148.50 at Walmart. Now $60 of that was formula and that Nido. So $148 minus 60 is, and we spent that at Walmart. So between the 2 trips, needing everything, and this stuff is gonna last us the majority of the month, we did pretty well.
I'm going to tell you how the Big Beautiful Bill will affect food stamps, also known as the SNAP program, and when these changes will come into effect, because not all of them are going to happen right away. The Big Beautiful Bill will reduce nutrition funding, which includes the SNAP program, by $186 billion, billion with a B, by the year 2034. This program will also force states to shoulder at least 5% of the SNAP benefits costs starting in the year 2028. This is deliberate. I'm going to get to this in a minute. Currently, the program is 100% federally funded and has been since its creation in 1939. States will be forced to find millions, even billions of extra dollars in their budget, or be forced to leave the SNAP program entirely, cutting off millions of Americans from this vital assistance. In addition to this, more than 5 million Americans will be cut from SNAP benefits due to the new work provision requirements. This is only going to harm children, veterans, disabled individuals, and seniors who live off of these benefits. The work provision requirements state that you need to work or volunteer at least 20 hours per week in order to qualify for your benefits. Currently, these work requirements apply to people between the ages of 18 and 54, as long as they don't have any dependents or disabilities. But the Big Beautiful Bill has raised this age range to include individuals up to the age of 64, as well as required parents with children over the age of 14 to meet these work requirements. If parents fail to meet the work requirements and lose their SNAP benefits, their children will still qualify for and receive their SNAP benefits. Roughly 900,000 people in this age group will be affected. Veterans, people experiencing homelessness, and previous foster youth must also now meet these work requirements. About 270,000 individuals will be affected by this. Around 600,000 individuals may lose some of their monthly SNAP benefit amount due to changes in how utility expenses are calculated. This bill also limits SNAP eligibility to U.S. citizens and lawful permanent residents only. Previously, certain immigrants, refugees, people seeking asylum, survivors of domestic violence, and victims of trafficking were able to qualify for SNAP benefit. They no longer qualify. Because of the Big Beautiful Bill, more people will have to work or volunteer in order to meet these qualifications and in order to keep their life-saving benefits. People who were previously exempt from these benefits will now have to prove that they meet the work requirements in order to keep said benefits. States can now only waive work requirements in areas that have an unemployment rate of over 10%. This makes it much harder for states to help people who cannot find work. Around 1.1 million people who live in high unemployment areas will now no longer qualify for waivers. Child nutrition programs such as school meals and summer electronic benefits transfer, which provide families with the funds to afford their children's lunches during the summer months, will also suffer at SNAP benefit funding cuts. This bill will also eliminate SNAP Ed, which is the primary funding source for City Harvest nutrition and education programming. This program teaches people the skills and knowledge to prepare nutritious, budget-friendly meals with the free produce that SNAP provides. These food aid cuts will also lead to job losses and hit gross domestic product by state. Trump's bill puts 40 million Americans at greater risk of food insecurity. I'm gonna say that one more fucking time. The Big Beautiful Bill puts 40 million Americans at greater risk of food insecurity. If you currently receive SNAP benefits, they are unlikely to change immediately. New work requirements and utility allowance cuts could go into effect right away, but states will still need time to update their systems. Other changes will be phased in over the next few years. It is intentional. that some of these changes, specifically the requirement that states take on 5% of the SNAP benefits costs, will not take place until 2028. They want to blame the results of this bill on the next president, especially if that president is a Democrat. SNAP helps so many low-income people, veterans, senior citizens, disabled individuals, and others feed themselves and their families. For every meal that the food bank provides, SNAP provides 9. SNAP not only reduces food insecurity, but stimulates the local economy. If you think that people who live off of food stamps are just lazy people who don't want to get a fucking job, you clearly don't know how SNAP works. In part 2, I'm going to give you a brief history of the food stamps program, as well as why it's important.
I don't understand this, and I don't know if any of the rest of you are upset about it, but I've been seeing so many women on Instagram and TikTok saying that they're mad because Trump is taking a lot of their food stamps, SSI, away from them. And many of them have got 5 to 10 kids. They don't work, and drawing $5,000-6,000. And one of them even had a BMW. I don't drive no BMW, and I paid for my truck. I work. I've been working since I was 12. I grew up on a farm. I grew up poor. I put myself through school. What's going on here? That people have the mentality that we're supposed to keep you up and you're raising your kids to continue this? It's just wrong. You people need to wake up, and you need to get up and get out if you're able to. You don't have a physical or mental disability, and get a job like the rest of us. That's just how it is.
It's understandable. There's a lot of stress going on in America right now, and people are kind of split into 2 sides right now, kind of going against each other, kind of helping each other. But I do know I have provided some resources you can go get some assistance from, and with this you can try your best to go to your local food bank, or even engage in bartering or any type of informal gig work for cash. Small amounts, realistically, but something is better than nothing. And try to see if you have any neighbors that might have chickens or plants, and you can go provide a small amount of money or physical service in return for some help.